The Executive Director of Luxterra Leadership Foundation, Abuja, Reverend Father George Ehusan, has raised concerns over the maltreatment of Nigeria's workers in what he described as economic apartheid against the poor. Following his recent homily on the subject, CTV News had an exclusive interview with Reverend Father Ehusan, who analyzed the extreme poverty of workers and missed the abundance enjoyed by the ruling class.
How can in one society somebody earns up to 30 million naira in 1 month? We were hearing it as news before, but it has been confirmed that there are indeed people in government that are earning up to 30 million naira in 1 month. And to have those same people preside over a discussion about whether government can pay 60,000 naira or not, it's something that made me very angry, and I'm still angry about it. That what kind of society are we running? A society of slave masters and slaves? A society that is that of economic apartheid? I know some of these people. I meet them at conferences. You go to a place like Transcorp Nikon, and one meal, they can finish that 60,000. And yet they can be discussing whether the government can afford to pay a family man for a whole month. Some of them feed their guard dogs with more than that in the month. So why should it be an issue? Now, if the government cannot afford 60,000 for the poor worker, how come the government is able to afford 21 billion to build a new residence for the vice president, 40 billion to refurbish the National Assembly, 100 billion to subsidize Hajj? Hajj is not compulsory for Muslims. It's for those who can afford it. Why would you spend 100 billion for Hajj for Muslims Hajj when you are still arguing about paying less than $2? Because that's what it means. 60,000 is actually $38 for the poor worker. $38 in a month. And the world of today says anybody that earns less than $2 a month, meaning less than $60, in 1 month, that person is living below poverty line. But what we are discussing in Nigeria, and our politicians are saying it is not sustainable to pay people that amount, is $38 in a month, meaning it is way, way, way below poverty line. The government that can afford 15 trillion naira to do east-west highway is not a priority. People are dying of poverty. People are dying of diseases. It is not a priority to do east-west highway with 15 trillion. So don't tell me that there is no money. If you hear, I'm sure by the time we hear what was squandered a few days ago to do June 12th, what they call Democracy Day, they will just tell you, 100 billion. Even to arrive at the 62,000 naira for the poor, do you know they spent 500 million for the meeting, for the committee that met? In fact, the budget was 1 billion. Only that 500 million was first released to them. The budget for the committee to be meeting to discuss this thing they released 500 million naira to them. So you are saying this is not such a poor country. The last visit of the president to Lagos, we saw more than 100 SUVs in a video. More than 100 SUVs taking the president to his own home. So definitely this is not a poor country. It is about not taking seriously the welfare of the common good.